1, 2, 3, 4. Hey fiddlers, welcome to today's fiddle video. Today we're going to be learning a traditional Irish polka called the Britches Full of Stitches. If you'd like sheet music and practice tracks for the tune as well as the variation we're going to learn today, plus a harmony, plus a chord chart, you'll find a link for all of that in the description. All right, let's go ahead and learn the tune. First of all, let's go ahead and figure out what key we're in so we know where these left-hand fingers might go. We are in the key of A major today, so let's play an A major scale. We're going to start on the open A, then first finger, second, third, E, 1, 2, 3. Let's also play the lower octave of the A scale. So we're starting with the first finger on the G string, playing an A, second, high third finger, D, 1, 2, high third finger again, and then A. The A major scale has 3 sharps. We've got our C sharp, F sharp, and G sharp. All right, we've got our key signature. Let's figure out our time signature. Britches Full of Stitches is a polka, so that's something a little different. So we are in 2/4 time, and the feel is 1 and 2 and 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 1 and 2 and. All right, we've got our key signature, we've got our time signature. Let's learn the tune. As I usually do, I'm going to be teaching this tune by call and response so you can learn it by ear. I'll play a short phrase of the tune. You can pause the video and try playing it back. I'll play it again. You can pause and try again. And I'll play it one more time and you can pause and try one last time. And if you don't get it in the first few times, no worries. You can always just scroll back and try again. As with many fiddle tunes, the Britches Full of Stitches has 2 parts, an A part, which is the first half of the tune, and a B part, which is the second half of the tune. You play each one of those twice. Let's start with the A part. The first phrase of the A part starts with the open A, and it'll go like this. 1 and 2 and. Slower. One more time. The second phrase of the A part also starts with the open A string. 1 and 2 and. Okay, those are the first two phrases of the tune. Let's try putting them together. We're going to start with that first phrase, starting on the open A string. 1, 2, 3, 4. First phrase. Second. Moving on to the third phrase of the A part, which is very similar to the first phrase of the A part. We are going to start again with the open A. 1 and 2 and. And the final phrase of the A part starts again with the open A. 1 and 2 and. We've got phrases 3 and 4 of the A part. Let's try stringing those together. Again, we're starting on the open A. 1 and 2 and. Third phrase. 4. And just like that, we have the whole entire A part, so let's try playing it through 2 times. Again, we're starting with 1, 2, 1 and 2 and. First phrase. Second. Third. 4. Repeat. Alright, we've got half the tune. Let's try moving on to the B part, which is the second half of the tune. The first phrase of the B part starts with the open E string. 1 and 2 and. The second phrase of the B part also starts with the open E string. 1 and 2 and. We've got our first 2 phrases of the B part. Let's try putting them together. Starting with that open E. 1 and 2 and. First phrase. Second. Moving on to phrase 3 of the B part, it's going to start again with the open E. 1 and 2 and. And the fourth phrase of the B part is exactly the same as the fourth phrase of the A part. It's going to start with the open A. 1 and 2 and. Okay, let's try putting phrases 3 and 4 together. We're starting with the open E. 1 and 2 and. Phrase 3. Phrase 4. And just like that, we have the entire B part. Let's try playing it 2 times. Remember, we're starting with 1, 2, 1 and 2 and. First phrase, second, third, fourth, repeat, and that is the whole entire tune. Congratulations. Let's go ahead and give it a try all the way through. We're gonna go A, B, B. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and A part. If you'd like to try playing that melody up to speed with guitar backup, you can go back to the beginning of the video and play it along with me. So that's our melody. What if we wanted to play a little variation on this tune? I'm going to throw a few little variations your way. In the A part, we are going to do a stop. We're just going to leave out a note. And we're also going to do a little melodic variation. And then in the B part, we're going to throw in some double stops. Here's what the A part variation will sound like. All right, here's what we're doing there. In the first phrase, instead of going, we're gonna leave out a note. We're gonna play this normally, but then we leave out this B, the first finger, and just pick up the tune again on the A. And this is what that'll sound like. This might mean 2 up bows in a row, at least that's the way I like to do it. Up, up, down, up. Next phrase is normal. The third phrase is where the melodic change is going to come in. Instead of going, we're going to go like this. So it's normal, then we go to the E string, 1, 3, E, then to the 2. And then just normal. All right, let's try playing our whole A part variation 2 times through. Remember, there's a stop in the first phrase. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and. Stop. Melodic change. Alright, moving on to the B part variation, this is what that will sound like. Alright, here is what we're doing. All we're going to do is add double stops every time a certain pattern of notes comes around. Every time we hear, we're going to try doing an open A double stop below that. So the first phrase, instead of being, is going to be the second phrase, the third phrase, last one is normal. That's it for our B part variation. Let's try it 2 times through, starting right out with that double stop. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and. And that is our whole entire variation. Let's try playing it A, A, B, B. 1, 2, 1 and 2 and A part. Repeat. And if you'd like to try playing that variation up to speed with guitar backup, you can go back to the beginning of the video and play it along with me. All right, fiddlers, that wraps up today's fiddle video. I hope you loved this tune. Again, if you'd like sheet music and practice tracks for the tune and the variation we learned today, plus a harmony, plus a chord chart, you'll find a link for all of that in the description. Have a wonderful day, happy fiddling, and I'll see you soon.